March of the Machines is about to release and it's going to be a spectacular set. It has a lot of unique features, but it is in danger of being overshadowed by all the other great sets coming after it. But you should not sleep on this set. Let's get into it. There are a lot of unique features in March of the Machines, and one of these features is that you are going to be able to pull Multiverse Legends. And these cards are legendary creature cards from all over the multiverse. Most famous about these are Ragavan Nimble Pilferer and Atraxa Praetor's Voice. These cards come in a regular version, they come in a foil version, and they come in an edged foil version. But the edged foil version is only in the set boxes and in the collector boxes. They are going to feature a special frame that fits the theme from the plane of which they originate from. There's going to be one in every draft booster pack, there's going to be one in every set booster pack, and there's going to be 3 of them in every collector booster pack. The rarity of these cards are as follows. 20 of them are going to be uncommon, 30 are going to be rare, and 15 are going to be mythics.
The Multiverse Legends cards are not only special because they're a new thing, they're also special due to the treatments that they will receive. For the collector, we have a special treatment called Halo Foil. It is a beautiful foiling that is swirling all over the entirety of the Magic card. It is very beautiful. The Halo Foil is presumably named after the substance halo that was found on New Capenna, which proved pretty effective in killing off some of those Phyrexians. This Halo Foil can be both on uncommon, rare, and mythic rares. 10% of the collector's boosters you will pull either a rare or mythic rare with a Halo Foil on it. And in 24% of the collector boosters you can pull a Halo Foil on an uncommon. This new treatment looks really beautiful and I'm very excited to see it in hand myself.
As the last cherry on top, these Multiverse Legends are also coming in a serialized version, and the serialized version is going to be the same as we saw in the Brothers' War. It's going to be double rainbow foil. There's going to be 500 of each of the 65 Multiverse Legends cards. So just as with the Brothers' War, where the serialized versions are going to hold up the box prices, we also think that this might be something that's going to keep the hand underneath the March of the Machine boxes, so don't sleep on this set. But then again, they are going to be truly chase cards. They only come in the collector versions, and it's going to be less than 1% of the collector booster packs. So I hope you get lucky. Thank you for tuning in on this video, and if you like it, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you.
So in every new set of Magic, there seems to be a tendency of having more and more subsets within the set. So it's pretty darn difficult to decide which card you can actually play in which format. I'm here to help you. If you look down on the left side of the card, you can see that it has a set code. If that set code says MOM for March of the Machines, you can play that card in Standard, in Pioneer, in Modern, in Vintage, Historic, Legacy, and Commander. So in short, that is the cards that you can play everywhere. If the set code says MOC, it is the Commander version, and these cards can only be played in the formats that are Commander, Legacy, and Vintage. If the card says MUL, it is the Multiverse Legends cards, and these cards, you can only play them in the sets that these cards are already legal in. So the legality doesn't change with this new reprint. But we have a lot of exciting cards we want to share with you. Let us know down in the comment section which card are you really excited to look for. We are excited about these cards.
This set looks great, and all the Praetors look absolutely bonkers, broken, powerful. And well, I considered not actually including them because, well, they are so obvious, but I could not help myself because that Jin-Gitaxias looks great. A 5/5 Ward 2 for 5 converted mana cost is great in itself, but it even rewards you for casting big, powerful spells and give you card draw. That is insane. That is great in a lot of decks, and you can even turn it into a saga. And if this card becomes a saga, it's most likely a game closer. So my first pick is going to be Jin-Gitaxias.
If you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that I enjoy playing Angels, and especially when they're this nice. So Drana and Livala is one of the team up cards, and I think it is the perfect card for your Hate Bear deck. It has the hate that allows you to sort of remove everybody else's abilities. At the same time, it is also flying and vigilance, so it's going to be one really great card. I think especially for Commander. I wouldn't use it as the Commander, but among the 99, it definitely has a spot. Particularly in my Kalia of the Vast deck, I think it will be a knockout card right there.
My next card is Realmbreaker, the Invasion Tree. I think this card has the potential to be really great. Maybe not in Standard, but in Commander, I think this card is going to find a home in really many decks. First off, it's an artifact. Only 3 converted mana cost to cast it. And for 2 and a tap ability, you can begin milling your opponents for 3 mana. And if a land hits the graveyard during this mill, you can take that land and place it directly into play under your control. It's not just a basic land, it's any land. So this could really cripple your opponents. The pay 10 and tap ability, where you can get all the Praetors in your deck right onto the battlefield, that is going to be a game finisher if your opponents are unable to stop it. Realmbreaker, the Invasion Tree, I think this card is going to be really good and it's going to shine in Commander.
The next card I'm interested in is Sorgo and Ojitai. This card will be great for different sort of dragon decks. When this enters the battlefield, it has flying and haste, so you get to attack right away. And if it has entered the battlefield on this turn, it also has hexproof. If any dragon, including itself, gives combat damage, you also get to take it on your hand and play it again on the next turn. So possibly you could have this card enter the battlefield every turn with hexproof, flying and haste. I think this is a really good card.
So Sophie is going to put Linvala and Joanna straight into her Kali After Vast deck. I'm going to put Tribute to the World Tree straight into my Green Elf decks because this card is insane. Only 3 converted mana cost, 3 green. That is the only downside of this card. It's an enchantment. And it stays on the battlefield and just delivers value to you. If you play a creature card with 3 or more power, you get to draw a card. That is great. And if you play a creature card with less than power 3, you just get to put 2 1/1 counters on that creature, making it big and beefy. This card is going to be great. It's going to find a home in many a Commander deck, especially elves. And I could see this card also working in Standard in those big green mono green stumpy decks.
My last card was spoiled within the last 24 hours. It is Urobrask. This version of the Red Praetor is really cool and really great. For 2 colorless and 2 red mana, you get to cast Urobrask and he has some really feisty abilities. You get to give 1 damage to opponents if you cast an instant or sorcery. This card is just made for those Spellslinger decks in red, blue, Izzet colors. I think Urobrask will be a really good card and I can see him being used in a lot of different formats. I really enjoy this card and I think you might as well, especially if you enjoy playing some red aggro.
Even though we're looking really much forward to the Multiverse Legends, there might be a little problem because these cards are going to be printed en masse, and that is going to make a problem with oversaturation. We went over this in our video about the Doom 63 up here, and what we saw in the Brothers War was that the retro artifacts, they tanked in value, and some of these cards have not been able to recover again. And this might be the same story with the Multiverse Legends.
I think we're going to see that these mass printings will not be great, especially not for some of the lower tier cards, and maybe even something like Atraxa and Ragavan could also start to dwindle downwards because it will be a lot of cards.
But it's going to be great for players because there's going to be greater supply of these Multiverse Legends and also some of the really powerful cards such as Ragavan, which is a really hot card at the moment.
I think Wizards of the Coast are doing something right. Oh, shocking, I know. But I think they're giving us a lot of the really good cards in a really standard version that you can just pull out of packs. Of course, they will be more difficult to pull the Ragavans and the Atraxas, but still you can pull them in potentially in every sort of pack. But they're also giving us some really high new collectibles, both giving us different sort of steps of collectibles. You have your Halo, that's the first leg up. Then you have your serialized cards, that's the next leg up. So there is something for the collectors, but for the average player who just wants to play the cards and have them as cheap as possible, that is also something they're doing. So everybody can play the cards or collect the cards that they want.
Let's not forget that we are more than doubling the numbers of serialized cards out on the market. The Brothers War gave us around,
I think 31
or 32,000 serialized cards, and this set is going to give us 35,000 serialized cards. In the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth, we're also going to see serialized cards. So they are doing serialized cards all over the place. They might not be so special in the long run if they continue this trend.
And if it's their MO with just continuously finding something really cool and then overdoing it, which is a bit of a shame.
But we did not come here to be negative Nancy. We did not come here to, end on a downer, because we actually think this set is going to be great.
I think this set is going to be really great. We're seeing a lot of inventiveness on part of the research design team. We're seeing team up cards, which look really cool and bring together some really awesome cards in one card that we haven't seen before. I think it's a really fun idea. We are seeing invasion cards, battle, a whole new type of cards. I mean, this is actually quite revolutionary. We haven't had a new type of card since, I don't actually know when, a long time. So this is new, it's fun, and they're trying out a lot of different things. Overall, I think this set is something that you shouldn't sleep on. Check it out, look through some of the cards. I bet you will find some cards that you can use in your decks.
Speaking of checking stuff out, if you want to know more about March of the Machines, go watch this video.